European leaders and Ukrainian leaders have rejected Vladimir Putin's plan of just taking parts of Ukraine in order to have some kind of peace talks. As we're finding out from the Wall Street Journal, they have now given a counterproposal to Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Trump's envoy to peace negotiations, Keith Kellogg, saying that no, a ceasefire needs to happen first before we even move forward. And then adding that territory can only be exchanged in a reciprocal manner. This comes at the same time as the New York Times reported that European leaders are extremely worried that Putin and Trump, for some reason, came up with their own agreements without really talking to anyone, and then those things would then be imposed onto Ukraine. With one of those European negotiators telling the Wall Street Journal that you can't start a process by ceding territory in the middle of fighting. What it looks like is that Putin told Witkoff, if you guys just give us all the land that we want, we'll stop fighting, which is exactly the same thing that Putin's been saying this entire time. But it seems like Witkoff told Trump told European leaders that's what we're doing, then decided to put together this massive press conference with Putin next Friday when European and Ukrainian leaders are like, no, let's do a ceasefire, let's stop the killing, and then let's talk. Versus what Putin wants, which is just give us everything, and then we'll stop. And I need to remind you that in the Ukrainian constitution, they're not giving up land. That's not going to happen. They're not going to rewrite the constitution for Russia. Ukrainians would rather fight so they can keep their land rather than just handing that land off. And so now we have other world leaders like Emmanuel Macron from France saying, we remain determined to support Ukraine, working in a spirit of unity and building on the work undertaken within the framework of the Coalition of the Willing. Remember, there is the Coalition of the Willing in which they have a plan, and Trump just went, we're not using that, Ukraine, just give the land. In which I think Trump is now hearing from European leaders saying, no, that's not how this worked. We agreed ceasefire first. So now we have to wait to see what Donald Trump says. But let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. And do make sure you are following me. A lot of people said that they were, and now they're not. TikTok's doing it for some reason. So make sure you are following me and be sure to repost my videos.